Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I can create this animation with geometry nodes. So let's get started. First let's delete the cube and the light and add a Suzanne. You can of course use any object that you like. Now let's go to geometry nodes and click new, and let's add a subdivision surface. Set it to 2. Add a merge by distance and set the distance to 2.28. Now keyframe it, and here open the timeline and go to frame 250. Now set it to 0 and keyframe it again. Now we have this if we press play. So let's go back to frame 250, add an instance on points node, and also add a cube. Connect the mesh to the instance and set the scale to 0.01. Now add 2 set material nodes, set one here and duplicate the other one, add a join geometry node, put that here and connect the output here, and now connect the geometry to the geometry. Let's go to the materials, create a new material and another one. Let's call this one emission and the other one metal. For this one let's use the emission, and for the other one the metal. Go to shading, and with the emission selected, delete the principal BSDF, add an emission node and set the strength to 10 for now. Let's go to rendered view and change it from cycles to Eevee. Enable ambient occlusion, bloom and screen space of reflections. Under the world properties, let's use an environment texture. I'm going to put a link to the one that I used in the description. So I'm going to use this one. Now go to the render properties and under film make it transparent. Also let's make the color something blue like this. And hit delete on the numpad to zoom in. Now select the metal and make it metallic and set the roughness to 0. Now let's create a folder for the output, and I'm going to call it rendered images. And I'm also going to call the files rendered images. If you put an underscore after the name, Blender is going to automatically assign numbers to the frames. Now let's hit accept and make sure you render it to JPEGs. Now let's go to render and render animation. I'm going to show you how to make a loop out of this when compiling it. Now let's go back to layout mode and set up the camera. Hit delete on the numpad again, and I'm going to position it somewhere around here. Press Ctrl Alt 0 to go into camera view and select the camera and press G Z Z to move it like this on the local x-axis. And I'm going to position it like this. Now let's save if you haven't already. And let's go to render and render animation. I'm going to show you how to compile the images into a loop once it's done rendering. Now that it's done, let's close this window, go to the plus sign up here, video editing and video editing. Make sure you're on frame 1 and hit Shift A. First you need to copy the location, Ctrl C, Shift A, image sequence, and paste in the location minus the file name. Hit enter and press A, enter. Now go to the end of the animation and set the end frame to 500. Hit Shift A, image sequence, and now under sort it by modified date. Press A again and hit enter. And now we have this loop here. Change the file format to FMPEG video, encoding to MPEG-4 and the output quality to high quality. Save again and again go to render animation. So that's it of the tutorial. I hope you liked it. Please let me know what I should do next and I'll see you next time.